Hi, my name is James Miller, or Jim Miller. I'm now 78 coming up. So I guess I was 15 years old when the hurricane hit Barbados, and I was a resident in Hastings at a small house with my mother.
I'm Richard Lord. I'm 72 years old. Therefore means that when Hurricane Jeanette hit us, I was just 8 years old, going on to 9. I would have been 9 in December that year.
I am June Branch. I am 77 years old. During Hurricane Jeanette, I was 13 years old.
I was 25 years old at the time, and we were living in Eagle Hall, a place called Winsdale.
My name is Buddy Aaron Laria. I was born on the 2nd of July 1943, so I would have just gone 12 years old when Barbados was hit by Hurricane Jeanette.
My name is Verna Tryphena Francis. I was born the 11th of October 1935.
When I got up in the morning, that morning, it was raining and outside was overcast. And I remember you could hear the bells. I believe it was St. Steve Bellows, St. Stephen's. That's one of the ways that they made people aware that something was happening, that a hurricane was approaching.
What was interesting about that period, we did not have enough time to prepare or go and gather food for the thing. It was just, a hurricane is coming. Now, what is a hurricane? Was the first thing, you know.
We got woken early in the morning. They read the fusion, the broadcast that we having a threat of a hurricane. And then about 10 o'clock in the day, we had this high wind. And
A lot of trees were uprooted and so on. And when we get to the area where we lived, there was hardly any footpath for us because the houses had moved off their props and they were like in the road. So we had to maneuver our way to get to our house.
It was a surprise to hear that Barbados was going to hit by a hurricane. It came as a surprise. The only thing we had at the time to give you warning was radio fusion. So my understanding, because I being a young person at that time, you know, you wouldn't be paying attention to those things.
The wind started to blow, and I feel it gathering, it's shaking. And then we hear somebody say, "We got in a storm, we're having a storm." So my brother stronger than me now. He said, "Let's live off the pot and carry it inside." In those years, you had a coal pot, you had wood, and you had coals.
But they're hearing all the discussion about preparation, whatever, because I was a boarder at Lodge School. And, you know, we were awakened at whatever, 6 o'clock, which was fairly normal at that time anyway. And we actually were evacuated. We had to leave the school. And I can't remember the details because my mom didn't drive, she didn't have a car, and I must have got a ride or something. And so I ended up in Hazelmere, Halls Gap, near the Royal Hotel. Our windows had shutters, but then there was a space between the glass window on the inside. And of course you could see, if you stood up, you could see between the shutter, where its shutter ended and the glass started, you could see out. But
I don't think enough attention is paid to the warnings that are given. I mean, we get everybody is a carpenter after a storm, you know.
Some gusts of rain early in the morning. My mother cooked as usual in the mid-morning, and we ate. She was adamant that she was not leaving, that she will ride it out in the house.
My neighbor, Ruvinia, I don't remember where she was going or where she was coming from. But a piece of galvanized sailed through the air and took a gash out of her chin. To this day, she has that mark. It took a long time to heal and everything. And that is one thing that I remembered of galvanized everywhere, flying everywhere.
I'm preparing with extra bottled water, for instance. Because we never did run out of water when I was a child. I don't remember that at all. But that's more of a conscious thing now. If the water gets shut off or electricity, well, you know, flashlight, that type of thing is. But we don't have to worry about keeping warm here. So
Every hurricane season, I try to advise or remind my family that they should be cautious of the time we are in. And I was active in the community. I've been active in the community. And not only that, as a matter of fact, every year, being a reverend, I try to get the church I was involved in to have a remembrance service for Hurricane Janet that's leading up to things, where we're getting the young people, and we got photographs of that, where we have the young people coming in, I will tell them what the hurricane is about.
if it's a Category 5, get out of here, because your roof's gone. No matter what you do, Category 5 hits Barbados, everybody's losing their roof. No, that's from a roofing guy, so that's to be tested, I guess.
Or if you know or if you feel that your home is not safe enough, leave early and go into a shelter. Don't be on the road when the galvanized and whatever the missiles are being blown about.
My advice to Barbadians is to prepare and be aware of the hurricane season.
This hurricane season, all the Barbadians need to be prepared and be aware.
Barbados and Barbadians, this season, I advise you to be prepared and to be aware.
This hurricane season, I am urging everyone to prepare and be aware.